Hello, welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour.
Hour.
As always, it's these two guys. You know who we are. And if you if you enjoy what we do, you like what we talk about, all that nonsense, share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, can reach out to us, tehtarikhour@gmail.com.
Calm.
We're back again for another episode
So,
of nonsense talk. But today's topic we're
not
talking
very
about
nonsense today.
not very
Quite
it's
serious
a.
topic. Actually, this is a very serious topic.
I mean, it can be serious, but also can be like
but
quite.
we are not. We are looking at it as a serious topic lah.
It's quite unexpected to see this happening now. I mean, if you look at the YouTube title, maybe you already figured out we're talking about this. Recently, this company called GISB.
Yes.
Do you know what it stands for? GISB.
I got to do some research, and it's called a Global Act One Service and Business.
Global Ikhwan Service and Business
Mm.
Holdings, right?
Yes.
Actually, I've never heard of GISB before.
I know because I see some pharmacy restaurant Shah Alam. I saw.
Oh, really?
Yes, I see a pharmacies in the Shah Alam. Oh,
So actually, GISB is quite big of a.
yeah, it's a numbering
presence,
of a business, and they have a numbering. They went to their for their business.
Okay, it is really funny lah, because for me, I've never heard of JSB, and I never seen JSB.
I know that I'm not. I know Act One. Act One is it called Act One?
Iguana.
Act One. I know it's just a pharmacy for that. So we're quite big business. I know Act One is a.
But
a holding.
you've come across one of their businesses before lah.
Yes,
But it's Shah Alam area. Right?
Shah Alam area.
Have you ever seen it in KL area though?
KL, not really, because I see restaurants and what you call that, pharmacy, Shah Alam.
So it's more like towards outer KL area. They're more
Selangor area.
Selangor area, because for me lah, as far as I can remember, I've never come across Ikhwan or that branding or the pharmacy or anything, because maybe I stay too much in KL lah.
I know they are maybe they are catered for. I thought this is my thought also. Cater for
Muslim.
people.
Yeah, I mean, based on the name itself and the company, I think like what I've known about them so far,
But
it feels targeted towards more
Yes,
Muslim communities, right?
Yes.
And yeah, so far it's that's apparently their business is more focused on like Muslim friendly or
Yep.
Muslim focused audiences, with businesses outside of Malaysia, as you say, right? Which is apparently they have a coffee shop where
Coffee shop,
restaurants and all this.
Yes.
So quite.
We have quite a number of even Australia.
Australia also
yes.
So in actual, this is a quite big company lah.
Yep. But
But
before that, I thought it's just. But now they are trying to destroy the Islamic harmony.
oh, well, I mean, unless you're living under a rock lah, everyone knows what's going on with JSBH right now.
Yes.
That is the case of them finding out a lot of abuse, and then a lot of shady practices, and then its origins and where the people, the founders, who they are. It's quite a big scandal lah.
Yeah, I know that is the founder. They try to rebrand their name. They try to rebrand twice times. I think it's twice. They rebrand the name, and then they become, I want to more target to who are really. I think it's for the people who are really.
But the thing is, right, before this, like JSBH, before this, it was founded under this. Apparently, it's founded by people who are part of this cult. Not okay, I don't know lah. I think it is a cult lah to me. This religious group called Al Arkam, if I'm not mistaken, which was banned back in 1994 or something, right? And they are quite a very suspicious group of people lah. And their teachings can be quite suspicious as well, right?
Yes.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, they did like a lot of abuses back then towards its members and children and women and whatnot.
Yes.
And it seems like it's followed through in the GISB punya a lot of its like schools and all this nonsense, and its members or something like that, right?
Like, yeah, the reason because they already appear on the newspapers, right? That happens. They'll have this called children's abuse,
Yeah, it's like a
the
few hundred children.
sex abuse, this all that. Yeah, also with some people is caught. I think it's 402 people, 402 people of the case from 1 years old to 17 years old. The children,
See, the thing is, when I first heard this, I thought
this is one is from the Chinese media. It's one of the paper media. Is the numbers.
it's reporting
lah,
the reporting, but I think it's like it's close to 400 or something like that, right?
Mm.
But the thing is, when I first heard that, I thought like, oh, GSB is a orphanage home only, is it? Like they run children homes kind of thing, or or children without family kind of place, and then they abuse all these children. But actually,
try to use the children's girls.
child exploitation. We talk about child trafficking or children right, and then
Yeah,
you see
before we have talked about these children issues. There are the child marriage then the children workers children sexuals but this is now in the news.
the question is like, how come this kind of case is not known to people until recently, leh? You got consider this thing, right?
I think we are so many people who they have got the power to fight this out now. Maybe some people they are not in the corporations or not in the
Someone got cucuk belakang or something.
benefit conflict then there something is burst out. I don't know. This is maybe
Conspiracy theory there.
this is my suspicion.
But to me, it was like, because I see it's GSB after learning like what they have, how big their business is, right? It reminds me similar to like Scientology. You know, Scientology from the US, right? They have a lot of these cases of like, abuse, sexual abuse and all this in their members, and the way they like act like very cult like, very mind control, very brainwashing kind of thing, right?
Yep.
This is like GISB is kind of like Scientology to that level, right?
Yeah, they also try to brainwash the teenager and the children. They try to, you see, what you call that? They try to brainwash the child.
To do things, and then I think like punish them like by hitting them with like iron rods or something like that on all this nonsense, and it's very very cult like, very look like the mind control kind of thing, right?
It's I think it's salah gunos is conduct somewhere else
But the thing is, right, if I'm not mistaken, if I read some of the news, the police or the authorities raiding all the compound, turns out all these GSBH, they all live very luxury life one, the bosses.
You see their business, you know what? Their overseas also got business, right? Almost is they all do the business in overseas. I think it's richer than us a lot. They're not the normal people, there is not a normal people. They have got the power. You got power, some more. They have got the money. Then they try to control the. And it's not just not the little things, not peanuts.
But the thing is, right now, okay, yeah, it is very true. Like they are the people the owners, the people in power there, they really live a good life apparently until this point.
I think it's now the governments. I know the government. They are trying to case but I think it's not just reasons this will be happen. I think it's 20 years and 10 years back they have tried to grow their organizations.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. How did they go so big without no one realizing this at all during this time period? Who sweep under the floor this thing?
You see how to grow this baby.
That's why it's 20. From baby to adult already, full adult already, because I think I saw like a news saying like, oh, it's very hard to uncover all these issues. The police find it very hard to uncover all these problems and all these issues. But is it really that hard? Like, I'm sure at some point someone must have like, that, oh, there's been abuse happening in this kind of places or whatnot. Cannot be only the thing, right? Like, only now the issue comes up to the surface.
Because this GISB is not considered as one of the. I'm not saying it's the Muslim. Maybe it's a cult organization. It's something is like a cult organization. They are trying to use the religions as a tool
to control.
control.
I mean, that's usually how it is with cult, right? They use religion as a way to control,
Yes.
to reinforce. Because I do think like a lot of the small, like the soldiers,
Mm-mm.
they're all just followers, one, they just don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas it's the top leaders, they're the one who's really in control and take.
They're trying to use the religions, the tool, weapon, and actually their mindset are really different. They're not considered as the true religions, I can say.
I mean, it's a deviant cult, let's be
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Well, at this point, right, I don't know like how that company still can continue, because I don't know like have all the founders been taken in or anything like that.
I think some in KL, I think Sligo. Yeah.
But have the like the people in power already been caught already, or because I remember it's like reading the news that the authorities try to
Mm.
find them, but when they reach the place, already people already chabot, already left nothing there one.
But I also read the news. This trafficking, 100 people also were arrested. At trafficking.
But is that the kaki or is that the kepala? That's the.
Yeah.
I think it's like all of it is just the soldier, the foot soldier.
Yeah.
The main boss, I think disappear already, right?
You see, you can caught a lot of those
Small fish,
kaki,
small fish,
small fish, kaki tangan. But in the end, the head, the kepala, we still cannot find it.
And the funny thing is like
The-
the one that gets most
The funny
punishment.
thing is we cannot get this
The big fish,
the big fish, the head lah. I think it's
the head,
lah. Oh, how come if someone is trying to protect the head or the head is overseas, you have the mind to have think on it, bro.
Why? How can it so easily they escape one like that? Is it?
Yeah, just all the kaki tangan you can know, but head is not gonna.
Or something there, is it?
I don't know.
Conspiracy theory, bro. Don't simply say. Anwar also say they're not protecting all these GISB people, because there's some people that still apparently want to say that raiding or going against or doing all this to GISB is like attacking Islam in a sense.
Yeah,
But
yeah, a cult.
I don't think we should
It's
think like that.
I think it's a cult already. Cult organization.
No, because some people still look at it as a very Islamic company and
They
represent
tried
the
to
Islamic
package branding it
as a good Islamic company, right?
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it's not Islam at all. Like this is
yes,
what they do,
yeah.
right? And then
They
there
are not related any with Muslim Islam or they try to package themselves only.
as
This
a
is
selling point, right?
the
A selling point.
Yes, they're easy to people to convince the people.
But it works, like, because you look how big apparently JSB is before all this, lah. Because again, I did not know how big they do apparently. No, catering lah, medical lah, entertainment lah. Apparently they have a production and you franchising and all this nonsense. It works apparently, and they managed to get a stranglehold on building their business without people knowing how terrible they are as a company, lah. And it goes to show that sometimes like these things, there's ways for them to get over or manage to avoid authorities for so long, which makes you wonder like, what's the police doing actually?
The police actually a part of job of the police lah. I think the kepala with the kepala we don't know how is everything is more high hierarchy people who are
It is the thing, right? Is the people who are like the most likely to be victimized are the one that's more likely to get punished. Like, I'm sure the kaki there, right? There are people there who done really bad things, but some of them might be in a situation where they were forced to do things, that because they were brainwashed or they were programmed to think like that, lah. Most likely they will get a heavier punishment compared to the kepala, lor. Like they might get more jail time or they might get more severe punishment if you are the kaki compared to the kepala, lor. I see it like that, lah. I mean, you just look at Najib, lah. It's the most simplest, easiest answer there, ma. This guy is the one that facilitate so many billions stolen. So relax one, enjoy one.
But in Namju, another case because his fathers also contribute the country. What? It's not just because his father is a second second or third lah. Second PM of Malaysia's a lot of contribution.
Yeah, but that's his father, not him,
Uh,
Well, like that,
ask for the Malaysian for forgiveness.
like that. Then my great grandfather, who's maybe a warrior in other times, can I say his contribution is my contribution also? No, cannot like that. What? You are your own man. Some more, this guy is still very relaxed. I think I saw the articles where the person say, "Hey, Najib, what about the millions that you received from the KWAP? Oh, we'll talk about that later lah." Wow, like that one, he can decide when to talk about all his things. That one, so cool, so relaxed, man. If you were, were you in the shoes, you think they will say, "Oh, okay, we'll talk about it later." No, they will slap you and say, "What you mean? You done wrong, we need to investigate today one." Cannot simply say later talk. There's a difference between how you're treated as your position.
That's why he's Najib.
Bosku. But back to GISB lah. I mean, look, I don't think we will get the kepala or the founders or the real big fish there lah, because.
But if let's say you believe in gods, God will be punished with dollars. But for Malaysia societies, we really don't hope we have this kind of organization against. We have to more monitor of this kind of organization.
I don't want to use the fact that God will punish them, because
I know.
But then when you say like that, if the person never get caught, that means God doesn't want to punish them, is it?
No,
we cannot like that one, The justice system needs to punish the people.
So, you say you believe in non-Huang? You believe in current government to find out all the investigate the case and then put the punishment. You think this will be happen? I don't think it will be happen. Easy to be happens.
I mean,
I think it involves a lot of those people who are in the high.
You think some will be some kind of blackmail or something?
Not we are not saying Malaysia even in that state they are involved. Even the child human trafficking, don't think is under the US government. You think it's just our human is the peanut. We are the peanut people. The low ranking people who can do this thing. They got power. They got man. They got money. They got funds. They got the lobang. The way to go, how to sell, how to go the human traffic. All these things actually is got the power people who can do it. It's not just the peanut people. So you think in same thing to apply to Malaysia You think the high hierarchy people is so easy for you to catch them? Maybe they will say, I will be lost some money, maybe a few millions. I to settle this thing. Maybe I give to the government. Then these people will be disappear in Malaysia. Will be this happen?
Right? But if you take that approach, then you're basically saying that the people have no power when it comes to situation where change needs to happen.
Because this will be involved with too many people. The hierarchy, the high hierarchy. We don't know who is who. But if someone is like, maybe we know someone is very famous. I'm not famous like the minister or who is of this case. But maybe there will be we are there to settle in under the table.
Under the
table. You how you solve this? Maybe you are already wrong, but you cannot in Malaysia you have doubled from Malaysia. You give some money to the governments. This is the punishment. Or maybe you're not allowed to come back to Malaysia or something.
How is that a punishment, bro?
I think it is I think it's quite common for the politician of these people
to disappear like that, right? That's the sad reality of a lot of this situation, whereby the people who are most likely to be the biggest evil there gets the least punishment there.
But always, I don't think the world is fair . This is what I'm thinking. Always I'm thinking the world is not fair. The punishment always not punish the head. All the kaki tangan will kena. You see you know the Najib case also. But I'm not saying Najib is wrong. Okay.
Whoa, why you don't want to admit, is it? We're still supporter Najib. Boss, cool. We love you. We love you, boss. But yes, I understand because even if Najib is punished right now, right? But compared to other people who might have like been through a lot more worse than him, it's not comparable lah. So when it relates back to GISB, all these children that were abused, and all these like women, and all the people who really are victims of GISBH, where does the punishment will ultimately fall on?
We not say the punish. If let's say this kind of the women and the children who are is the victims, we the person who are give them back the what you call that give them back the, not say the money, the payback to them.
I don't, because the thing is, right, I don't think there will be enough closure for a lot of these victims there lah. Well, if I'm being honest, unless we really catch the people who really started the whole thing. But again, like you say, it's unlikely that the actual people will ever get the punishment they deserve lah. Because the reality is, when you have money, it's easy to settle issue lor.
Yeah, I think everywhere is the same.
Yeah, I mean,
but the punisher, really the punishments. I think it's got the punishment. It's not so heavy for them. Maybe they get some. Oh, maybe I give a half of my.
I mean, look at Jolo lah. He's still living someplace.
I believe, because I believe in God. Okay, the God will do the punish. Because something is like, you are doing something is wrong, but the law, under the law, is cannot do the punish to you.
I mean, that's a fairly hopeful notion lah, that at some point in their life that God will at least lay down the punishment to this terrible human being lah. But
of course lah, I believe the governments, you are trying to governments
should exhaust all their options too.
Government cannot say, I believe in God, then let it go. What? This is also
you imagine the police say, well, we'll just leave it to God to punish him lah. It's okay. No need justice system. Just let God decide lah. What stupid idiot would say like that?
we are trying to, because we just
it's just what we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better lah.
Yes,
I would say when we say things like, oh, God will punish this kind of people, it is to counterbalance the fact that maybe the reality is our justice system might not be able to do anything about it lah. Like, it kind of feels a bit like letting go and leaving the matter to someone else lah, in that sense. And I feel when talking about this kind of situation like GISB and what they've done, I don't feel I don't feel satisfied by that answer lah, when we say God will punish them. That's the thing for me.
Of course, we not satisfied the answer. And let's say, I also will hope this kind of people will get the punish under the law, because the law to make the our society is not say we believe more on the regulations, right? The regulations, the law and regulations, ma. We live under the law, ma. We are not say because God of religions, but let's say for under the law is all the Malaysians people who are.
There needs to be justice, the system.
Yeah, justice, the system. So I also hope one day the Malaysians law and regulation is not say justice, it's more like complete.
I mean, that requires a very clean government to begin with.
Clean governments. This is a per se government.
Well, I mean, because the thing is, right, since election is like, I'm sure when the election comes around, wait, when's our next election? 5
more years.
5 meh?
4.
This is second year already, 2 more years, right? Isn't it? Something like that. I'm sure, because like, I am worried sometimes that our current government might try to appeal to the Islamic base by not being too harsh towards GISBH. Of course, there are other organizations that are very vocal about punishing these people, like sisters in Islam. They are criticizing the government for saying or criticizing people.
You mean the government's or side to
maybe try to cater to Muslim demographic.
Okay, you see, just reasons our king, our agongs, is bring 2 Chinese ministers went
Eh,
to
don't start your
China.
China. Don't bring your China controversy. But yes, that is true.
And you see, the difference is like this phase, maybe this will be more side to, I mean, for. But you can see, our Agongs bring two Chinese guys went to China for talk about the more economies and investment things lah. But he I means he bring two guys, Chinese guy, to China.
I mean, it's this. This is you told me like this is the first time a royal, Agong visited China, right?
Mm-mm.
And I guess it is a big deal as a showcase of Malaysia wants to strengthen ties with China at this point.
And because this is the other topic lah.
I mean, this is something you want to talk about China lah. I hold off on China talk first, but
we come back. Yeah,
but back to GISB
GISB,
lah.
yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll talk about the
this maybe in the next episode.
so if you guys want to hear us talk about China again, let us know in the comments below. But back to the GISBH. As right now, let's try to recap like what's happening so far with GISBH, because as far as I can tell, they've already raided a lot of the compounds, and then I guess a lot of the businesses have been closed. Investigation are still ongoing, right? But they saved a lot of the children and
Yes.
the victims already lah. Will we see more people getting prosecuted towards the end? Will we see more people going to jail for this? Like, do you think the kepala will be caught or not? Basically, how do you see this ending lah?
I foresee I foresee lah. If let's say what is justice, I foresee is a lot of people will be appear. Yeah, which the people who are involved in this case, in the case is Mayatima.
The orphanage houses and all this, right?
Yes.
For me, like the after effects of all this, I feel like there will be more scrutiny towards Muslim conglomerates or big Muslim businesses like this that are very suspicious lah. Because when I heard about JSB, I did not know what is JSB at all lah. How did this company suddenly become so big? They've always like macam operated in the shadows kind of thing lah. So I think nowadays after this, right, people will be much more aware of this thing. Like, oh, this company is never heard before, but why so big one?
Yeah.
I think people will be much more curious. Like, oh,
I think government will be more pay attention for this kind of
they need to be lah.
organization.
Actually, they should have been lah. Because how can you suddenly become so big without anyone knowing like that one? There has to be a reason, lah. That's why I feel like one of the good things that I hope comes out of this is that society, Malaysians and our government will be much more
You see, a lot
attentive.
of Malaysians. I'm not saying Malaysian. They try to package now. Try to package and to do a branding. Actually, is do a branding. The companies what you can see is companies organized very good surface and
yeah, I mean that's the thing. If we play to the key demographics, it's easy to win over lah. But that's the thing. Like you need to look at it and then see like that company. We need to do your research there, lor. Like ask yourself, oh, this company sounds too good to be true. One.
No,
There
the
should be
government also
something
have to do some job, do their job
to
also,
regulate all these things. Is it?
Yeah, and to verify the companies and verify the organizations. It's not say the NGO or this kind of NGO is easily to get the NGOs or organizations just easily to get because they are want to verify ma. If let's say before the thing is not just not sorry to say not just a Muslims, Buddhists, whichever religion or any NGO organization. They also want to verify. You have to submit your documents.
And then your leaders need to be, or at least your founders, the people in charge.
Yes.
We need to verify all this,
yes.
like vet or true.
How come this organization, the ISP, so big? I think it's one of the job the government also not do the job well also.
Yeah, they didn't do the due diligence.
They verified.
Yeah, like looking at this company and seeing what they've done lah. But the thing is, we don't know what was the situation there.
After so many years, you now just realize this company this organization got problem.
Impossible lah.
You
Only
see,
now.
you verified first year, you not verified well. Second year, third year, so many years.
The follow through not so good for Malaysia.
You
That's why.
not really do the verifications. No, this is I can say what. Okay. More than 10 years organization, you still cannot find. Oh, this company is a
got some weird things going on.
Some weird thing going on, but you still do know what the thing is.
I think it only when the cases come to light, only you take action lor, which is always the sad part lah, because it's always after the fact that then you look back and say, oh, they have all these people in their company and they have all this.
So how many 10 years lah? How many human beings, how many victims, the children, the women? Of now we are just a few hundred people only this month.
Oh,
More than
only
10 years,
recently one, right?
Only recently, more than 10 years. How many people are involved? Don't know.
I mean, I'm sure like as the time goes on and the investigation goes further, I think we will uncover a lot more details about it lah, which I think is not going to be nice for a lot of people lah. But at the very least, there's some things are being done about GSBH lah, and hopefully again this would send a message to all these other cult-like groups that try to take advantage of this, that they're not gonna get away with it lah. Hopefully, at least if we manage to catch the big boss, the kepala.
And some more, we are not hopefully lah. Hopefully, all the child marriage, child abuse this happen again. I think the government should give more hand to the children's part of, especially north side of Malaysia. So the children will get more protections, at least more protection on the children. Because
but there's always an uphill battle for that kind of like child right and child protection in Malaysia That's always been, it's always a battle here That's the thing. But who knows? Maybe things will change after this. Maybe people will be much more aware and much more acceptable to providing stricter punishment and stricter protection to the victims. But what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the GSBH? Is the controversy? Are you aware of all this nonsense? And then what should have been done to not have this happen in the first place? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoy what we do, please share, like, subscribe, comment.
Sorry, I got something to say.
Oh, one last thing to say, is it?
Yeah, because this thing is more involved I think the Chinese also same things have to and pay attention on this.
I mean, yeah.
Because
we're not trying to say it's one religion or the other lah.
Yes, because we trying to say in a Muslim, then maybe people is thinking of
it's an attack on Muslim.
But attack on a Muslim.
We're not here to attack a specific religion. In fact, I think like personally for me, GSBH does not reflect what is Islam.
I think it's a whole Malaysia and the Malaysia children.
Yeah, we're not looking past. We're not looking to divide that lah. Just what they're doing is evil, and they don't represent what is the religion itself lah.
Yes.
So that's the thing we need to make sure. And if you come in here, comment, say like, oh, what do these guys know about Islam thing or attacking Islam again? We're not trying to attack Islam or anything like that. Okay.
We're very pity on the victim.
Yes, the most important right now is about the victims. Well, what do you guys think about the whole situation? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.